Hello, Cappies. I hope you're happy. I haven't got my coffee today. Oh no. Okay. Um, right. That leads me to something. I'm seeing coffee shops. Okay, Caps. We're doing a set of healing readings this week. I'm kind of doing like a 12-step program. If you want to go and watch all the videos, it's like what each star sign can teach us about our own personal healing and happiness. So healing from within, not disconnecting from maybe our experiences or what's happening in our lives externally, and just really working on that soul connection of, I'm the only thing that I need. I'm resilient. I don't need anything without me, because like without, meaning like outside of me, because everything I need is within my own soul. Obviously we do need things, like we need water, we need food, but that kind of like not searching for things outside us to fill a gap within us. So what can we do to heal ourselves? So we have this guy here. I want to really stress that whatever religion or non-religion you come to this reading with, everybody's welcome here. I'm not trying to, I don't change minds or anything like that. So everybody can just respect each other. We can all get along. It's going to be fine. But you can see this guy looks like a certain religious figure, and he's guiding our readings apparently this week. So whatever you make of that, right? It's just a healing energy at the end of the day. Okay, Caps. I'm a bit nervous. I'm a bit nervous in your energy. I don't know if you're nervous or you're making me nervous. I've been picking up something a little bit off for you for a while. A little bit of fear energy. I'm asking in your reading for clarity, because I think when you get clarity, it erases fear. Like, we're normally only scared of the unknown, right? Normally, a lot of fear is generated from, the unknown. So clarity to erase fear is kind of a thing that I'm asking for. I saw the flamingo card from this deck here, which says embrace the in-between, and I heard meet me in the liminal, which could be something for somebody. I'm getting called to the Starseed Tarot as well, so I'll pull you a Starseed card in a second. I just want to get through my notes. So I was seeing Times Square. I think it was Times Square. It looks like it to me. I've never been there, but it's like it's got all that. Like, I was really seeing like all the like big neon signs. And I was getting advertising space by Robbie Williams. So I'm hearing there's no earthly way of knowing what was in your heart when it stopped going. So I don't know if I've been getting for a while that some of you may have lost somebody, and maybe there were things left unsaid, or I don't know. It's like trying to connect to somebody who's in star form, right? Or it could be literal advertising space. With it being Times Square, it's like maybe some of you are going to be on like a billboard or something. I don't know. Or maybe you work in advertising or something like this. I don't know. Advertising space, Times Square. And then the really funny thing is, when I randomized a song for you, I got Carmen by Lana Del Rey. Now, I keep getting New York as a reference. New York, a little bit of Paris and the Eiffel Tower. A few different places coming through. Paris and the Eiffel Tower quite strongly this week, but New York, New York, I'm hearing now, it keeps coming through. So there must be something with New York at the moment. And Coney Island was coming through last week, and in Carmen she mentions Coney Island. And then the weird thing is as well, I was getting Lolita, which is another Lana Del Rey song. Kind of as I woke up this morning, I had it in my head. So Carmen, Lolita, New York, Coney Island, I don't know what it all is. I was kind of seeing as well, like when I was trying to get the Times Square, I had the Times Square image and I was trying to like explain it. I kind of saw a flash of like the Two Become One video, the Spice Girls, because I think they're in somewhere that looks like Times Square, but you know how the traffic's moving by really fast? It's kind of like flashes. So that's kind of the feeling that I was getting when I was having this vision. I was kind of looking up and seeing all the billboards clearly, but it's like life was just passing me by. It was like flashing by. So I don't know if that's something to do with advertising space as well. Like, that song's about Elvis Presley, I believe, and after his death, it's like he was just a brand, there's the hollowness of that. So I don't know, go and have a look at that, see what you get from that. I saw as well like letters. So I saw the word air. It was on like if you're at an airport and you look at the airport terminal, and it's like kind of like green like green lights, and it was like air, and then it was like a big B. So I thought Airbnb, but then it said air, 1B, and go. So that's all I can make out of it. So I don't know what that means to anyone, but there it is. I'm getting this kind of like fallen angel energy to your reading. And now I'm seeing that film with like, is it Meg Ryan? Where, is that set in New York? It's like a film with Meg Ryan and there's an angel, and does he like give up being an angel? I don't know. I haven't seen the film. And when I was trying to Google, because I had the lyrics for Lolita and I didn't know the name of the song, when I was trying to Google it, a song called Candlelight by Jack Severetti also randomized. So any of those things may mean something to you. Some of them may not mean anything to you at all. I feel very scattered, very nervous in your energy. I don't know what that is. So I'm just going to get on with the reading. Oh, okay. So you've got double mission. Light worker, starseeds, serve the world by being you. So be authentic. Capricorns, you're very quirky. I've mentioned this before. You are the weird goat, mermaid, weird mythical creature that nobody quite knows what it is. But that's kind of part of your charm, right? So keep being, you know, your weird self. Child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Light worker, starseeds, serve the world by being you. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. I'm going to kind of leave those there. I just kind of got drawn to that deck and wondered what it was wanting to say. It's also mentioning the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. I always say Capricorn and Pisces are like the star signs that age in reverse. It's like sometimes they're very serious, like, you know, Pisces being like old soul energy and Capricorn kind of like following the rules, like can be quite serious when they're little, and then they kind of grow up into like, they kind of grow into the quirkiness. Like for Pisces, it's kind of like that weird, like dreamlike fantasy, like alter ego. And like Capricorn, it's like, you know, you grow into that weird goat mermaid and it's like, yeah, this is who I am, accept it. So I don't know, like it's like embrace it, embrace the weird. Okay, because I think that's healing for other people, right? When you see other people being weird, it's like, oh, that gives me permission to be weird too. It's a good thing. Okay. What needs healing, please, within Capricorn? Daughter romance. Somebody else had this. I think it might have been Aries. I am getting a headache. You're giving me a headache. You're giving me a headache. Caring connections. Perhaps you really like somebody, but they give you a headache. It's like, oh my goodness, you stress me out. Okay, yeah, Aries had this. You may be connected to an Aries. Yeah, there definitely seems to be something to do with your relationships. Maybe also go and look at your Mercury and your Venus placement. So your Mercury placement is how you socialize with other people, like your friendships, how you communicate. Your Venus placement is like romance. So that might just be an interesting one for you to go and look up. So what is your Venus placement? It'll tell you a lot about how you approach relationships, what you need in relationships, how you demonstrate affection and things like this. So I'm kind of getting side messages, but I'm going to leave them. Mars is how you take action, what motivates you, what makes you angry. Your moon placement is really worth looking up as well. It's kind of like what you're like behind closed doors, the kind of secret self, the hidden you. Also to do with your fears, which seems to be a factor in your reading, and illusions as well. So go and check out those placements if you want more. So specifically, I'd say your Venus placement coming through here could teach you quite a lot about your approach to romance and romantic relationships. But I feel like Capricorns, you tend to, I'm hearing keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer, which is interesting. But you tend to have quite a small circle, or, you know, some of you have a big circle, but it's like the people who are close to you are really close to you, and it's like behind closed doors, right? It's like, I'm not letting anyone see this soft side, or like, you're in my inner circle. So it's like the people who are close, it's like you would die for, you'd go to the end of the earth for. Like those people are like your people. Anyone else, like you'll shut the door, you'll push them out, not interested. So it's like sometimes I think, because this is talking about what needs healing on a soul level, I think sometimes you can really find it difficult to let new people in. you know, find it difficult to trust new people. And sometimes you open those doors and you let the wrong people in, right? You let the wrong people into your heart. And then because you know, surprisingly squishy under that kind of business-like exterior, it can be very hard for you to let go as well. So I feel like maybe some of you have been taken advantage of in romance. I was kind of picking this up in your last reading. You know, people taking advantage of you, your time, your money, your resources, I'm hearing. And it's like, because I'm getting unconditional love for you, which is funny because when I connect to your energy normally, it's like a brick wall. Like sometimes, like when I go into Capricorn energy, it's like I'm connecting with the void. It's like, no, Capricorn doesn't feel anything. What are you talking about feelings? Capricorn hasn't got time for feelings. They're too business-like. You know, it's like the door's shut. It's like, nope, no emotions here. Do you know what? We haven't even got a heart. Like sometimes when I connect to your energy, like that's what I get. And sometimes it can be quite hard to kind of, I'm really seeing, as I'm saying this, I'm really noticing the water. It's like, it's hard to kind of like drip in, like to get through the cracks and like actually get under the armor of a Capricorn and really get into that squidgy heart center. So yeah, although I think you sometimes, they're just showing me like empty armor. It's like sometimes you want to give that impression of being like, you know, too cool for school or whatever. It's there's a big heart there, big heart. And then unlocking it, just really being drawn to again to your song, that advertising space song where it's like, there's no earthly way of knowing what was in his heart when it stopped going. So again, it's like you keep your secrets safe, right? You keep, romance is like, yeah, this is like a common thing for Capricorn. It's like the people who are in your heart, you're quite subtle about it. You're quite it is this kind of behind closed doors. Like your personal life is your personal life. It's nobody's business. And I'm here blabbing about it on the internet. I'm so sorry, Capricorns. Yeah, but it's like open up. It's like you have to open up. And this is part of like the healing, I think, is like actually unlocking it and letting people in and letting yourself, like showing your feelings and being vulnerable. It can be really hard. What do I want to use for you in terms of tarot? I'm getting drawn to the steampunk deck, and I really like the steampunk deck for you, but I want to go for something softer. What should I use? I'm just going to pause while I have a think about it. I'm not really getting drawn to anything. Hold on. All right, I haven't used this one for a while, mainly because the minor arcana doesn't actually have pictures on it. So I prefer tarot with pictures on. So yeah, let's see what you get. So Daughter Romance for Caps. So you see what I mean? It's quite plain. You have, yeah, you've got some big blockage here in the heart space, like some big, it's just like the doors are closed. Like I'm hearing like not open for business. I think you've been disappointed in the past, like emotionally disappointed in the past, perhaps in relationships. You know, they've not lived up to expectations, I'm hearing. So the Four of Cups is always the rejection of what's on offer, because you know what you've experienced in the past was disappointing, so why would you bother anymore? But the thing with the Four of Cups is there's always like the fourth cup is like the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is unconditional love, and it's being brought in by the universe. So it's like you're gonna miss this perfect opportunity. It's an energy of missing out on things. And the Two of Swords is like blocked. Nope, not for me, not even thinking about it. I'm not even looking that way. I've been hurt before. I'm over it. That is the energy of what that is. So, Cappies, that is what needs healing. And you're not going to heal it if you keep that door shut. So, what does the universe want you to do? It really has this feeling of like, almost like severing the connection between your heart and the rest of your body. It's almost like I have removed my heart, I have put it on a shelf, and I refuse to even look at it. Like I am all business. So it's not going to be all of you, but There's definitely like a blockage there. Like, what does the universe want you to do? How do we solve this? How do we grow and develop Capricorn's soul in this area? Stillness, reflecting pool, Pegasus, transcending. Wow, okay, you've got loads. Courage and protection. And transformation. Okay, stillness, transcending, courage and protection. Let's just budge everything up a little bit for a second. Stillness, transcending, courage, protection. Child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. Okay, let me just read Reflecting Pool. So, having a period of reflection. You know, doing the work, doing the shadow work. If you don't know what shadow work is, Carl Jung shadow work, Google it. I don't want to bore everybody by explaining it for the 100th time. It's like doing shadow work. Because it's a white swan, it's like actually seeing your own innocence in a situation. Almost like accepting your own vulnerabilities. As you stand on soft moss at the edge of the forest pool, you can see your own reflection. A soft breeze ripples the surface. Your image wavers and shifts, only to return as the air becomes still. In the quietude of this moment, you tap into the internal source of your power. You watch as your reflected image transforms into the highest form of you, or beauty and grace. It's like you transform into the Pegasus, like you have a metamorphosis, you transcend. In stillness, you are a very graceful sign, you know. Quirky but graceful. Like you have in the way that you carry yourself, and I remember having this at the end of the last video, the way you carry yourself in the world, especially those of you who have done that healing and who like yourself, like in that little clip I showed in the last video. It's like you can go out into the world and you can be unique and you can do things from a place where you like yourself. You know, I like myself, so it's like you release the need to have approval from others, or you release the fear that comes from other people disapproving of you, because it's like, well, I like myself. But it's like you're not giving other people the opportunity to like you if you like hide yourself away, right? Maybe you don't care. Maybe you're like, well, I like myself. That's all that matters. Okay, fine, caps. In stillness, your power emerges. Excuse me, I might have to drink some water. Tap into your inner sacred witness to discover the dwelling place of your soul. In profound peace and silence, you discover the truth of your being. If you are in pain, go into the stillness until you find the source. Did I say that? Resist the temptation to indulge in feelings of overwhelm, urgency, and emergency. There is always a higher truth. Seek it out. Your soul loves what is real and honest. In quietude, the truth emerges. I'll speak now. Move past the bustle and chatter of life into sweet stillness. Allow the chaos of the outer world to roll off your back, the way water rolls off the back of a duck. Surrender to it. Seek solitude to hear the voice of spirit, and serenity will follow. The spirit of the reflecting pool says, in silence, sorry, they're reminding me of something mid-sentence. The spirit of the reflecting pool says, in silence, you will find the dwelling place of your soul. Take time to move into quietude and you'll uncover a vast store of insight emerging within you. In ongoing situations in your life, hold back. Take time to reflect before responding. And I feel like you are holding back. So you're in that energy now, you are holding back. You are guarded. Okay? And you're guarded because you're still figuring something out within you, which is okay, right? I want to say that you're doing the right thing. And what they were reminding me of, I was mentioning like not having my coffee. and because they keep showing me like New York, I was a couple of times, I think twice now, I've kind of been in a coffee shop in New York. It's like a busy New York street and like being in a coffee shop, like sat at a table in the window. So that's happened twice now, or like through my meditations. I don't know, it could be for somebody. 9 of Wands, Wounded Warrior. Yeah, I just feel like this is, again, that long process that you've all been going through with Pluto and Saturn knocking around your chart, of kind of like doing that deep self-reflection, that deep shadow work, really working out who exactly you are, facing your fears, all that business. It's like, that's the process. And it's almost like, while I do this, I need to shut the door. Like, now is not the time, right? I've got something within me that needs to heal. It's actually really sensible, Caps. I recognize that I've got something within me that needs to heal. I recognize that I've got to love myself and, you know, really come to terms with who I am before I'm getting Marilyn Monroe, before I open that door and let other people see. Like, I have to be 100% okay with who I am before I let anyone else have that opportunity to love me too, which I want to say is really beautiful. It's really good, healthy. Marilyn Monroe was a Cancerian, I think. I think it's just this white dress that's giving me that. No, there's something else with that. There's something else with that. I don't know. It might come back. Pegasus, transcending. So again, it's like a transformation within. It kind of does give me ugly duckling energy. I wonder if it's an earth sign thing, because Taurus had a similar thing where they felt like the black sheep of the family. They felt like the ugly duckling. They just felt like they didn't fit in. And then it was like, why don't I fit in? And it's like they had to go away and do that self-reflection to really figure out who they were. And then it's like, then they could show the world who they were, and it would bring other people to them. So it's like there's this higher truth that you're accessing about perhaps your identity or your soul. Grab hold of the main. A couple of people have had this card. I feel like Libra had it originally in the last set of readings. So not the last reading, the reading before. And then it came out for a couple of different signs. Yeah. Grab hold of the mane. Pegasus is leaping into the sky with you on its back. You can feel the wind rush by as this winged horse climbs higher and higher, his muscles rippling beneath you. You are keenly aware of his majesty, strength and power as you are brought closer and closer to the heavens. It's a bit kinky. History is replete with myths and legends of a winged horse, the protector of the soul. The Pegasus represents the immortality of your spirit and the journey to the heavens. Again, with this star energy, I feel like you've had this before. You get classics a lot, especially around Augustus, which is my specialism. And, you know, the end of Metamorphosis, which again, you've got Metamorphosis there. And the soul, like Venus coming in, swooping up Julius Caesar, and, you know, the adoptive father, which could be relevant to some of you. You get parental stuff a lot, and taking his soul up to the heavens where he became a star, right? So it seems to be a common repeating metaphor in your readings. And again, you've got the starseed energy, right? The appearance of this card is a sign. Get ready for a dramatic activation of your spiritual journey. So some of you may be having Dark Night of the Soul or spiritual activations. A powerful transformation is at hand. Great things are possible in your life. Prepare yourself to fly high above adversity. It says it offers a celestial perspective. Take time to meditate, and profound insights about your life will be revealed. So you've got that twice now about meditation and like deep reflection. See the situation from a higher perspective. Step away from the drama and the emotional manipulation of others. You're on a pilgrimage of the soul. It's time to transcend the weight of earthly burdens. Fly over situations that have been pulling you down. Don't involve yourself with the drama of others. Again, that's why you've been shutting the door, I feel. When you remember that you have come from spirit and are eternal, challenging situations will resolve. A profound transformation is at hand. Tell me about Pegasus and transcending for Caps. Yeah, all these cards. 8 of Pentacles. So you're working on this. 9 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, you're working on this. Could be something that you're doing with work. The 8 of Pentacles is a card about like doing it over and over again and really kind of like mastering it, getting it to be the best it can be before releasing it to the world, I'm hearing. So yeah, you're really perfecting something. And I want to say it's something to do with your own inner truth about who you are, right? I'm getting called to go back up to here now. Double mission, light worker, child of the cosmos. So let's have a look at what these are. I'm actually going to pause and drink some water and then we'll carry on. Hold on. Yeah, I reckon some of you can astrally project, to be honest. That's what it feels like. Like jumping in. Excuse me. Sorry, that was just because I drank the water. Like jumping in and, you know, doing that deep meditative experience, right? Maybe like it could happen in your dream space. It feels like going on like dream adventures, right? So double mission. Lightworker starseeds, serve the world by being you, right? Lightworker starseeds are mission and purpose orientated. Many of them have, that feels Capricorn, purpose orientated. What is life if I don't have purpose? Many have the feeling that time is running out, and I got that for you. When did I get that for you? This feeling of like losing time, like time slipping through your fingers, like I've got stuff to do. Many of you have the feeling that time is running out and there's something that they came here to do, create or contribute. They're here to grow as souls individually. I've hit on something, emotions are coming, individual mission, and also to contribute to the planet in some action orientated way. Okay, I'm getting something like there is something that's emotional and it's like I don't have time to sit and cry about this. I've got stuff to do. Their collective mission is often answered through a career calling or by devoting their life to something bigger. Until they remember their collective mission, it can feel as something's missing or that they're forgetting something important. I feel like Scorpio has something like this as well. It's common for lightworker starseeds to feel that they're different. Well, you are, weird mermaid goats. Like, you're different in a good way, right? Weird in a good way. And they may carry soul memories of being visible or sharing their voice. As such, they may protect themselves by dimming their light. Oh God, I got that for you. When did I get that for you? I think I've had it a few times where I've said it's like, you know, being born with almost like that high priestess energy, or you know, being born with some kind of psychic gift, but then suppressing it. Like suppressing it because it made you stand out, suppressing it because it freaked people out, or, you know, it's like, or because you were kind of like playing by the rules, like that kind of Capricorn, playing by the rule book, in the box thinking, like, it's been tried and tested, done before, so it'll work for me. And it's like, you can't play that game and be weird at the same time. So it's almost like the suppression of part of your identity, or an ability, right? As such, they may protect themselves by dimming their light in order to fit in, or by spending time in some sort of closet, such as a spiritual closet. If you pull this card, you're being called to remember your collective mission and step into it even more fully. I just heard I love you. I feel like that was an ancestor message. You're being reminded that, okay. All right, Caps, we don't have time for that. We don't have time for the emotions. You're being reminded that your role as a light worker is to light up the world with your presence. This doesn't have to be a great big thing or a decision you need to make. You also don't need to have a great big plan. If you resonate with being a light worker, all you need to do is work out what lights you up, your passions and your joys, and keep doing that. When you trust and follow the simple path of things that light you up, and then lose yourself in the doing, you'll light up the world without even trying. Isn't that beautiful? Child of the cosmos. It's like, just be you, right? Just be you and enjoy your life. Like, who gives a shit what anyone else thinks? Like, it's not their life, it's your life. And if you're having fun and you're happy and you're not hurting anyone, then, you know, you do what you need to do, right? And do it as much as you can. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. There's a mysterious force that governs all of life, an intelligence that tells flowers when to bloom and the tides and seasons when to come and go. You are getting this thing about time, right? Time passing. That intelligence is within you too. It was there before you drew your first breath, and it will be there well beyond your last. It's the part of you that informed every cell what to do when you were in your mother's womb. It's hard to resist this force. It's harder to resist this force than it is to surrender to it, because Earth is a planet of polarity and free will, it's easy to forget that this intelligence exists within us. So often we become disconnected from this pulse of life and fall into the pattern of believing that we're separate or feeling that we need to go it alone. We can feel isolated and as if we need to figure things out for ourselves or to rely on our own strength. You're being called to remember the intelligence that's within each and every one of your cells, to remember that you're a precious child of a loving, gentle universe, that you have access to all the intelligence, wisdom, strength, flow and qualities that ever were, are, or will be. And to remember that if a flower knows exactly when and how to bloom, then you do too. Yeah, I feel this blooming, right? I'm hearing it's about time. Like some of you are like middle-aged. It's like it's about time, right? I'm hearing get off the treadmill. Okay. Yeah, I feel like some of you do get throat chakra a lot as well. I feel like some of you have something to say, and it's hard. It's hard to say it, right? Aspen spirit, courage. In the forest, you hear the whispering of the trees in the aspen grove. Your inner awareness sinks beneath the surface. You sense the aspen's network of roots. I'm just reminded of something that I was talking about in a reading the other day, and it occurred to me what it was talking about. It wasn't aspens though, it was a different type of tree, which allows each tree to connect with the rest of the grove. That's been coming through a lot. This connection also makes them a single organism, united at a soul level, and that can live for that can live for thousands of years. If the Aspen spirit card has shown up in your life today, maybe some of you are going to Aspen, right? That's like a skiing place. Is it where they went in Dumb and Dumber? Jim Carrey coming out again in my readings. If the Aspen card has shown up in your life today, it brings a message of courage, protection, no way, community, and the ability to face and overcome obstacles in life. Know that you are protected and you are safe. You are ready. Oh, I should say, I think it was after your reading last week, the Soul Guardian card came out. If I used the Dragon Tarot in your reading last week, as I was cleaning it up, you got Soul Guardian. I think you've got a Soul Guardian. You are protected, right? You are ready to step forward with courage and grace. No matter what seems to be blocking your way, you've got grace again. The Aspen's network of roots is a sign that you should be open to support from others. Combine your efforts with like-minded individuals. You don't need to do it all alone. This may be a good time to bond with people over a creative project or a community endeavour. So I want to say in your own time, right? That's quite important too. In your own time when you're ready. Because I feel like you are coming to terms with something yourself, right? So when you're ready. In Celtic tradition, the aspen was associated with community, endurance, which you have here, and protection. The Celts choose the wood of the aspen tree to make their battle shields, to protect them from spiritual as well as physical harm. It sheltered the soul from its deepest fears. Aspen was thought to be the teacher of fearlessness and carried a message of strength in facing the unknown. The spirit of Aspen says, the energy of your inner spiritual warrior is ready to step forward. Wounded warrior, right? You've been preparing for this. I'm hearing for a lifetime. The energy of your inner spiritual warrior is ready to step forward and face any challenges or blockages in life. You have a blockage here, remember. You've created your own blockage, I feel. Be willing to accept help. Be fearless. Accept help. I think that's the difficult thing, right? Because I think there are caring connections. But I feel like you've closed those doors. It's like you've gone in, like you've closed the doors because it's like you had to, it's almost like you've been in hermit mode energy. Like you had to figure something else out yourself. And it could be that there are people in there with you. Like there are people in that room with you who you can rely on, like the people who are really close to you. But like everybody else, it's like, it's almost like none of their business. And I feel bad doing the readings because I'm like, I'm sorry. But if you weren't coming to the readings, then the messages wouldn't come out, would they? Like the message would come out for somebody who is watching the readings, presumably. So it's all your fault. I'm sorry. The moon, overcome your fears, the courage to face your own fears, and illusions, right? The things that you deceive yourself about. Forget-me-nots as well. I really do feel like you've got somebody on spirit's side looking after you. Definitely something about the blue flowers, the blue butterflies. Oh, and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, you've got this coming home energy. It's like the courage to come home, the courage to you know, face the king in the castle or something like this. It's like the courage to finish that quest. I was kind of getting Macbeth through at the beginning of the week. I had this long extended vision. It was like the whole. I'll go through it briefly. So I had this thing about somebody who's really sinking into their own shadow. It's like they were drowning in a thicket of thorns. It was like the roots of the trees, and it was black, and it was suffocating, and it was prickly, and it was telling me about somebody almost like in their own mind, like that kind of like Ten of Swords energy, or in a situation that they felt was really suffocating. And so I kind of went in. It's like Harry Potter, right, where they're in the tangled vines, and you have to use the luminous spell to like push them back. If you've ever played Lego Harry Potter, it's in that as well. And it's like so like I pushed back the vines, like, you know, just expanding that soul light energy, like pushed back the vines. And then before I knew it, it's like the whole earth was shaking, the whole ground was shaking. It was like all those, it was almost like bad connections, like negative, like toxic connections, but like the whole forest, like every single tree in that forest kind of was almost representing a person, like people who were involved in toxic connections. And by breaking free of that, it's like the whole forest started to rumble, but then it was dancing. It's like all the trees came to life and were dancing. It was like Lord of the Rings, right? And they were all moving the roots, and like the earth was falling down on me, and it's like all of a sudden there was no earth. It was just falling leaves and falling dirt, and it was like, it was scary, but it was exciting at the same time because these trees were up and moving. And I was kind of getting this energy of like Macbeth. So if you know the visions of the witches in Macbeth and the prophecies, which is kind of coming through as well, I feel like a little bit for you and some other signs, this thing about prophesizing. It was like when what is it, when Burnham Wood comes to Dunstable, and it felt like that. It felt like if you've seen in like Lord of the Rings, like the whole forest moving, or in Macbeth, it's like because like people have broke off branches of trees, it gives the impression that the forest is moving. So it's almost like this like collective energy of movement, like this collective, like I recognize something in you and you recognize something in me, and we're part of this together, almost like a protest, like a march to the capital kind of thing. Let's march on the capital. Or like you know, like a lot of people who kind of broke free of like some kind of like toxic, like the environment as well, because the root system of course can talk about the actual earth itself and like the nurturing environment, but it wasn't nurturing, it was toxic, this like toxic environment. So like breaking free of like pulling yourself out of it, and kind of, it was a really cool vision, and like it was like transporting this entire forest to sorry, this entire forest to a different place, right? So it's like it's impossible to transport that entire forest to a different place, but it wasn't. The trees got up and they moved themselves, right? So yeah, the trees that I was seeing in the vision were kind of like these kind of like really, really tall trees, like redwood trees. So that could be for somebody. And yeah, and there's big metamorphosis and this big change here with these butterflies, but there's fear. But it's like this, like the Ten of Wands is like dropping the burdens, like dropping the baggage. Like I can see home, I can see the finish line, I'm almost there. But it's like the courage to face that final hurdle. Lots of different messages in there. It's going to apply to everybody differently. Guardians of the Land Protection. You are safe. Do you need to hear that again, Caps? You are safe. 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 These words seem to emerge from the land and radiate from the trees. Oh my God, the connection between these two cards to echo into your soul. Funnily enough, the reason why I ended up in that place in the first place was because I followed a deer. It was like a whole Harry Potter thing. So I don't know if somebody's been watching Harry Potter and I just channeled it, but I went looking for the Pegasus, like the unicorn or the Pegasus, which keeps coming out in my readings. That's what I was going into meditation for. This like stag or deer appeared and like took me to this whole thing. So yeah, it's like trust the detours as well, right? Something to do with that. These words seem to emerge from the land and radiate from the trees to echo in your soul. You hear these words again and again. You are safe. The spirit guardians of the land are whispering to you. You are safe. You know that you are protected and cared for. Caring connections, right? You can feel tendrils of their loving energy wrap around you and embrace you. Their unleashed power cocoons you in safety. I told you, you've got soul guardians, you've got caring connections, soul guardians. I don't know if they're in spirit. I don't know if this is like friends and family, but you know that. Do you remember the reading where I was like, it's like you've got water dripping into the cave? It's like it's the emotions or like the energy of other people is getting through your cracks, right? It's getting lewd, it's getting in there, right? Your heart is being touched. So I think you are on a soul level, like spiritually aware of these supportive connections. I'm going to actually get that out. Like these supportive connections around you, they are there. You are safe. You're spiritually safe. You are spiritually protected. Your soul is like good, like your soul is transcending. So did you have, I can't remember who it came through for, but it might have been you, especially because you got fallen angel. Somebody had Billie Eilish, like All Good Girls Go to Hell, and it was like the video for that is like Billie Eilish is like a fallen angel and she falls in this tar, and it's kind of like that has the same vibe of like the toxic. Yeah, you've had it. I'm sure it was you, and you had like Fern Gully, and like that smoggy bad guy. It's like the toxic environment, right? Or like toxic things introduced into the woods, like toxic things introduced into the environment. But the woods, like the trees, whatever's represented by the trees, it's like they are like perfect, because trees take in pollution, don't they? Like they take in the carbon dioxide and they put oxygen into the air, like they clean the air. So something about the trees, like the trees seem to be like your connections, like your family, your friends, or like-minded people, like clearing the air and removing themselves from a environment that is no longer nurturing but has become toxic. It could be like a protest, like a mass walkout or something like this, or like, you know, like going protesting. It has that kind of feel to it, but it's not going to be for everybody, right? You are enough, just as you are. I'm getting, I love you just the way you are. I feel like you've got somebody on the other side. I really do. No matter what has happened or occurred in the past, the truth is that you are absolutely and unconditionally enough as you are. You are loved. Oh my God, the emotions again. You are loved. You are cherished. Do not be concerned about outside forces and the judgments and expectations of others. You are protected in your own energy field. This card can appear when you need to take steps to protect your energy. While the guardian of the land will help out, you must also be responsible for your own well-being. Envision a protective shield around yourself and around your home. Spend time with people and in situations that uplift your energy rather than draining it. The spirit of the guardians of the land says, you are safe and surrounded by a protective shield. You are not alone. Your life is guarded and protected by higher forces. Within this, you can soar to great heights. You're going to be okay, right? I don't know, you with that fear energy, again, I was picking up on that right at the start of the reading. My heart just pounded. It's like you needed this. You needed the reassurance. You needed to be reminded of your courage, that comes from your own perseverance, right? That perseverance that you have developed, and how strong you are. Like you need to perhaps see that, like with the reflecting pull, it's like you have to see that in yourself, but it's there. Protection. Ace of Cups. Yeah, unconditional love. So I don't know if this is like God, spirit, Jesus, you know, whatever, someone on the other side, possibly a Scorpio, doesn't have to be, it's just the owl, or a Libra, King of Pentacles as well. Some of you could have a father or a husband, either on the other side or on this earthly plane, who has your back. Also notice like he's the reflection as well, like this thing about the reflecting pool, like again, like the water can symbolize, like, because I heard, what did I hear at the start of the reading? Meet me in the liminal. It's like you connect with this person in those liminal spaces, right? In your subconscious, in your mind's eye. It's like that they're there, right? Unconditional love, the knowledge of this unconditional love. And the King of Pentacles, who again can be like father, boss, husband, doesn't have to be male, but this person is solid. They are solid. You are safe with this person. I do feel like it could be family with the wolves. Yeah, you're safe with this person. Like they are solid, they are dependable, they are hardworking, they are very skilled, they put family first, I'm hearing. Yeah, absolutely. Talk about guardians of the land, right? Guardians of the land. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I feel like you've had like this Dr. Dolittle thing in the past where it's like you can connect with the animals, or it might have been Sagittarius actually, but kind of getting that again. Okay. Pig spirit. Use your mind wisely. With great power comes great responsibility, Capricorn. Use your mind wisely. You have chosen wisely. Okay. Getting this little piggy. This little piggy came to market. Pig spirit appears to remind you of the right use of intelligence, a gift that we all have that is meant to be used with love, compassion, and discernment. Intelligence means recognizing the value of intuition. I keep getting this emotional wave hitting me in your reading. Like, it keeps on coming. I'm getting coming and they don't stop coming. Hit the ground running. What is it? It's your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to do, Capricorn. Right, okay. All Star by Smash Mouth. I got there in the end. When Pig Spirit appears, you are being called to respect your analytical mind and use it for the highest good, recognizing that all facts, maybe it's a fax, all facts must be considered, even when they do not fit in with what you already know. Spirit blesses us with wisdom when we allow Pig Spirit to nudge us into open-minded, thoughtful dialogues, whether with others or internally, as we mull over our ideas and what we have come to understand. You are intelligent and capable of clear-minded thinking, shaped by the wisdom you have accumulated and the intuition that will tell you when you have more learning to do, because not all facts are in. Now is a time that your decision-making powers are reliable, for you are in alignment with Pig Spirit's keen intelligence. Sorry, I'm hearing like this is you for some of you, like the Ace of Cups and the King of Pentacles. That's you and your protection that you offer to others, like letting people in, opening the door and letting people in and protecting them. So I just heard that message. That's for you for something, but it's like, be discerning. I don't know if some of you have doubted your own like intelligence or your own thinking, or it's like, don't doubt your intelligence. Like, I don't know, there's something else. Like, there's something else to say. My tummy just rumbled. I'm so sorry if you heard that. Let's go to the Muse Tarot and just see what comes out of the Muse Tarot. Notably as well, actually, the King of Swords is on the bottom of this deck, and I saw it on the bottom of this deck at one point as well. So King of Swords energy. Some of you may have Aquarius in your chart. Oh, hello. Ace of Inspiration wanted to show itself. Tell me about Pig Spirit. Use your mind wisely for Capricorn. So this is your advice. Use your mind wisely. Yeah, you've got this thing about the heart again. Maybe like don't strike out. I don't know if some of you got what's this? Did you see that move? I don't know if you saw that move by itself. Temperance. I don't know if some of you have got an impulsive streak, like a bit of like a Scorpio defense mechanism. When you hurt, when you're triggered, watch out for that. Don't be spiteful. be temperate. And here's the unicorn as well, look. So Libra had both of these as well, the Pegasus and the unicorn. It's kind of like this, it was kind of like this. I looked up as well. I'm a Libra, and I was like having a nap, and I looked at my bowl that was on the side where I'd had breakfast, because I don't clean up after myself. I'm a scruff. But I opened my eyes and looked at this bowl that my mum had given me. And again, my mum's like a Scorpio. She's passed over. And there was this on the side of the bowl was this gold like Pegasus with a unicorn horn, and I was like, oh my god, no way, because that came out in Libra's reading. This is Sagittarius as well, like patience, young Padawan. Okay, 3 voices. Oh, where's the book? So again, this advice, use your mind wisely, is connected to this 3 of voices. Aquarius had this in the last reading as well. I think it was Aquarius. They had this thing about like noticing somebody was hurt and stopping and going back to them. The taste of a broken voice. The storm clouds brew on the horizon, the desolate land just beyond the reach of their cleansing waters. She sits feeling splintered and holding on to the last shard of light that she has. She tries to breathe her heart together, and yet she feels empty, waning, inconsistent. And the muse watches over, feeling every tear, every sob, every note sung in despair. She sees the painful separation between what was desired and what is reality, and feels the crumbling of a path that was not really the true path at all. Then when the connection is strong, again, it's like your guardian, right? Like it's like your guardian, your spirit, like seeing you in your times of need. When the connection is strong, she whispers small comforts, words starting in the mind and then working their way into the heart. Sweet one, hold on to those tiny fragments as they weave their way together. Sit tight as your beautiful heart will heal. Your healing is imminent, and you will find the sweetest joy once more. I am the master of my soul and the driver of my reign, and in choosing to live whole, sometimes my joy comes laced with pain. All right, I hope that was helpful to somebody. Do take care of yourselves, Cappies. I'm going to go and get a coffee now because I've missed it. I'm here, meet me in the coffee shop now. It's like a joke on what I said before. Take care of yourselves. Not everything will have resonated. Some things will have, some things won't have. I hope it was helpful to you. I hope it was healing for you, because that was the aim. It does feel like it. It does feel like you got really, feels quite tranquil actually. So yeah, best of luck. Take care of yourselves. I'm sending you lots of love, right? I'm going to close the reading and I'm going to send you extra love because I think you need it today. Take care. Well, you don't need it. You've got a ton of it, right? You've got a ton of it around you. Take care. I'll see you again soon. Bye, Caps.